I learned this fun fact. I didn't know Gatorade was invented in University of Florida. You guys knew that? Because it was the Gators, the mascot. Do you guys all know this? You didn't know this? Where are you from, sir? Yeah, where are you from? Egypt. Yeah, you're not supposed to know this. That'd be crazy. You're like, yeah, I learned fun facts about the Gators in Egypt. That's what they teach us in Cairo University. That's a class we take. They named it after the mascot of the University of Florida, Gator. And now they have Gatorade. That's pretty cool, right? Don't you think? I'm glad that Subway didn't pull that off, with their mascot. I'm glad they don't have a drink called the Fogel Juice, kids. I'm never gonna do this. I can only do that bit in Florida, because you guys have Gators. All right. They didn't really pan out like I thought it would. This is another thing someone told me. I have a friend who hates Florida. I'm sorry. She lives in New York. She's like coastal elite. She's like, oh, people just go to Florida to retire. Is anyone a retiree here? Everyone looks very young. Anyone retiring? You guys don't talk a lot. I feel like you guys are very quiet as a crowd. No one is retiring here? Everyone just working. Do you guys know this about you guys? That Florida seems so nice to me. I don't know why it's like a stereotype in New York. They're like, oh, people just go there to retire. It's a God's waiting room. You guys know that? It's because people die when they go to Florida. They live a few years. So it's like you're like waiting room. They're about to see God. That's the joke they have about you guys. I don't like that. I feel like you guys are nice, Because the girl who told me she had 3 abortions, so her uterus is kind of God's waiting room too, All right, this is going to get worse if you guys don't like that joke. Buckle up. I wrote that today as well. I'm like, you know what? Florida bits, let's get them out. But you guys didn't care for it at all. I'm 5'11", but I got new Santa's boots. I'm 6'2" right now. All right, something worked. That's good. I'd never tried this before, so it's like fresh jokes for you guys. Never gonna say them out loud again. So if you don't care for them, I'm gonna burn it today. I'm gonna burn this entire page. There you go. All right. I feel like Florida has more golf ranges than New York has genders. You guys. All right. I don't have any merch, but I'm selling some books that might be banned for you guys. So. Wrote that today too. I was like, what? Let's bring the heat. You're from Bangladesh? I'm from Bangladesh. Okay. You're from Italy? Similar. What the? You're from Italy? And you said it's similar to Bangladesh? Dude, you guys cannot short sell yourself like that. The civilization started out of Rome. They're like, yeah, it's like Dhaka, Bangladesh, dude. It's the same thing. It's a learning curve when you move to the U.S. Like first week in college, I went to get brunch with my roommate. Brunch, we don't have that in Bangladesh, I went to get brunch and this waiter came up to me and he was like, how do you like your eggs? He asked me that. He's like, how do you like your eggs? I was like, on a plate? Like, what do you mean? And my roommate was there. He's trying to save the situation. He thought he needed to save the situation. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. My friend, he's not from here. He said that about me to the waiter in front of me. And when the waiter left, my roommate turned to me and he was like, Shafi, if you're like in an awkward situation, just remind people that you're not from here. He said that again like an advice. Like I can use that in other situations. Like if a girl doesn't climax, I can be like, I'm not from here. We don't do that in Bangladesh. I'm so sorry. Dating in Tampa hard? How was dating in Tampa like? What do you think? How was it for you, or is it for you? Is it tricky?
No idea. Not into girls.
What about boys? They're great. All right, that's dating too. You can date boys. He's like, I don't really date them. All right, fuck them and I leave them. All right, I don't know about dating. That's hell yeah, dude. That's so cool. What about you, sir? When did you move from Rochester to Tampa?
I live in New Hampshire.
What the fuck? You're like, I don't know. I live in. Are you visiting? Are you like a snowbird? That's another term. Yeah. Who are you with tonight, sir? Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Are you from New Hampshire as well? Okay. How do we know this beautiful gentleman from India?
We just met on New Year's Eve in Boston.
Wow, what a life you're living. What? You guys met in like...
The dating pool in Tampa is bad.
So you went to Boston to find a date? You went to Boston to find an Indian dude from New Hampshire. everything is off limits for you. It's like, I'll move to a different country if I have to, all right? The boys in Tampa, they suck. That sucks, holy shit. And then you guys were just like connected in Boston, and then now you're doing long distance, is that what it is? I'm sorry for shitting on long distance. I didn't mean to. But I'm glad you're making it work. Is it hard?
Yeah.
Do you guys do a lot of sexting? Video? What is it? No? Shut up. Be adults about this. You're new like FaceTiming? What is it? How do you FaceTiming? So naked on FaceTime. Is that you tell I'm not gonna tell Mark Zuckerberg. He doesn't need to know about this. It's hard. Online, like long distance, that's hard. Because people like to send nudes. Right? I don't know, I've never done it myself, but I just hear. Do you guys do that? Never have done it. You have never received a dick pic, miss. You have 0 times have received a dick pic in your entire life. Wow, maybe that's why you're having a hard time. I'm joking. I'm glad. That's beautiful. Because I have gotten dick pics. And I'm not even in that pool, you know? He sent me a dick pic, and I didn't even ask, you know? No, the way I got it was I was on Bumble BFF. Because I moved all my life, so I thought I can make friends. Do you guys know this Bumble BFF? It's like an app for making friendship. So you swipe on your own gender. And there's a lot of gay guys who try to take advantage. Which I don't mind. I like the attention. It's nice. I do this. You know what I mean? I'll take validation is the biggest drug. I'll take it wherever I can. You know? But it's hard. You know, I was trying to make friends because I moved all my life. Like, you know, I left Bangladesh and left Massachusetts. I was in upstate for a bit, and I lived in the city. So I tried the app. I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a new friend, you know? But I was swiping on guys, right? And I was swiping so much that I found out that I had a type. Which is a weird thing to find out about yourself. You're like, oh, that's the kind of guy I would date if I was gay. You know, I was swiping like a very specific, everyone who had a boat. I'm like, oh, that's what I like? I like a guy with a boat. Oh, that makes sense. I would like to go on a boat. I went on a date with a man in New York, you know? But I couldn't tell you if it was a good date or not, because I don't have like a reference point of what a good date should be with a man. I have a reference point of what a good date should be with a girl. You know, at the end of the date, if both of us are naked, good date, you know? With a guy, at the end of the night, if both of us are naked, something horrible has happened, you know? At one point during that date, we high-fived, and he said, go Raiders. I didn't know what that was, but I said, go Raiders. For sure.